Whether you like it or not, people already form a first impression of you even before you say a word. They notice how you dress, how you carry yourself, even the little details that you often overlook. The good news is, looking polished has nothing to do with your budget. It's all about avoiding the few mistakes that most people tend to make. So today, I'm sharing 12 things that can instantly make you appear cheap and how to avoid them. To prove my theory, I'm going to show you some pictures and I want you to tell me your opinion of these people even though you don't know them. What's your first impression of this person? Is this a nurse? Is this a lawyer? Is this a nurse? Is this a lawyer? Is this a priest? And what of this one? I'm sure you have your answers now, and that is to show you that it is possible to make a judgment of someone without even knowing them, without them even speaking to you. Merely by looking at how they are dressed, you have actually formed an opinion of what this person is or not. Another one is, let's assume you have a legal case and the government gave you 2 public defenders and asked you to choose one. Based on how these people are dressed, which one are you going to choose to represent you in court? Without speaking to either of them, who do you deem more competent based on how they look? There you have your answer. And that's why we have the saying, dress how you want to be addressed. If you want people to think that you're competent, dress like you're competent. If you want people to think that you're smart, dress like you're smart. If you want us to think that you're professional, dress like a professional. So now let's get into it. Number 1 is wearing bedroom clothes out in the public. There's a difference between dressing comfortable and dressing like you just rolled out of bed. And we're seeing this trend more and more. People are wearing pajamas to the grocery store, to airports. You go out in public and you see people wearing bonnets. I literally saw a video on TikTok where a lady wore a bonnet to a job interview. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. Of course, there are exceptions. Let's say, for instance, you want to go to the mailbox to get your mail or attend to the mailman. I can understand you, having your pajamas on. But you leaving the house and going out in public where people see you, that says so much about you, actually. That says so much about how serious you take yourself. If you're comfortable presenting yourself in that way in public and having people judge you based on that kind of outfit, going out with your pajamas, your sleepwear, your bonnet in public kind of sends a message that you don't care about your appearance or you don't take yourself seriously. The issue is not about the outfit, it's about the environment. A bonnet is made for you to protect your hair while you're going to sleep or even lounging around your home, not for you to wear out in public. And the good thing is, if comfort is what you're looking for, we have other alternatives that are actually made to be worn out in public. We have something like a baseball cap, we have turbans, we have scarves, we have headwears. There are literally so many other alternatives that you can wear out in public instead of embarrassing yourself wearing a bonnet out in public. Also, why would you want to wear your pajamas outside where we have loungewears that look like pajamas that are meant for outside? Looking put together does not mean that you need to sacrifice your comfort. But instead of you wearing your pajamas, your bonnet, and some other things out in public, how about you put in a little bit more effort into how you present yourself publicly? Like I said, people address you how you address. If you carry yourself with dignity and respect, people have no choice than to reciprocate that. But if you present yourself as someone who does not care, people are going to treat you that way. If you present yourself like you don't matter, people will treat you that way. So put in a little bit more effort into what you wear in public and stop wearing your house clothes outside. Number 2 is looking untidy even when you have expensive clothes on. Have you ever seen someone and they just look frumpy and unkempt? Mind you, they are properly dressed, but they just look untidy. Some people spend fortunes on fashion, but then overlook the basics. Something like having hairs and fuzz on your clothes, having wrinkles all over the place, having missing buttons, loose trades, having dirty or stained clothes out in public. That's not a good look, and that's usually the first things that people notice. No matter how much you spend on your outfit, it makes no sense for it to be covered in hairs, fuzz, and lanes. Fixing things like this will literally take you maximum 5 minutes. But then it makes a whole lot of difference in how you present outside. No one should know that you have pets like dogs and cats simply by looking at you in public. We shouldn't know that you have a dog or a cat at home simply by looking at you. Lint rollers don't cost that much, but they make a whole lot of difference in how you look. If you run that thing through your clothes, you look way neater and more presentable. Now let's talk about wrinkles. This is a trend I've seen more and more people out in public with wrinkled clothes. Wrinkles have a way of making clothes look neglected, as though you didn't put in any effort in dressing yourself. No matter how expensive an outfit is, it will look messy if it's wrinkled. Learn to steam your clothes, iron them, hang them properly, store your clothes properly so they don't get wrinkled as much. This single habit will dramatically improve your appearance. The best thing I did for my wardrobe is buying a handheld simmer, and let me tell you, it's been years and that thing is holding on strong. And guess what? It doesn't even cost that much. I got that thing on Amazon for just a couple of bucks. I just know it's not expensive. Literally get one for yourself. And while we're still here, let's talk about people that wear clothes that are worn out. Some of you have clothes that need to retire. Seriously, retire some of your clothes. It's worn out, it's dead. Let it go. Some of your clothes are retired, you need to let them go. It's dead, just bury it. You cannot wear the same clothes forever. At some point, it loses the color and the texture start to look weird. Let go of that clothes immediately. Number 3 is something I refer to as color riot. That is when too many colors and patterns are competing with each other. Looking stylish is not about wearing all your bright colors at the same time. Color rioting is literally one of the quickest ways to make an outfit look chaotic. That's when you have too many bold colors, pattern, prints that all compete with each other. They don't complement, they compete. I'll give an example. Imagine wearing bright yellow top, and then you have a neon pants, and then you have a leopard, let's say leopard shoe, and then you have really chunky, colorful jewelry. It's too many things at the same time. Individually, these things are beautiful, but collectively, they compete with each other. When putting an outfit together, the last thing you want is for them to be competing for attention. The same thing also applies to patterns. You don't want to wear polka dots, florals, animal prints, or even like abstract art all at the same time. Individually, these things can work on their own, but when put together, they compete with each other. A good outfit is all about balance. If something is making a statement, others should be complementing it, not competing with it. A simple rule I will give you is, if your outfit is making a statement, keep every other thing mute. And if the accessories are making a statement, let the outfits kind of be the background character. When it comes to styling, less is more. Another thing is, you don't need to wear matching colors or patterns from head to toe. Quite honest, it looks gimmicky to me. Personally, I don't like when people try to match too much. Like, it's okay to match, but like when it starts to look like a circus, like, everything is just matching. I don't like the look of that. And quite frankly, it doesn't look good. What you want to do is coordinate, not match. Coordinating is different from matching. How do you coordinate? By finding colors that complement each other. You don't have to wear green from head to toe or red from head to toe. Like, some colors work together with other colors. Go for those things instead of you trying to, like, look gimmicky. Remember, the goal is not to wear more colors, it's to wear colors that complement each other. A good outfit should look intentional, not accidental. Sometimes you see people when they dress and it's as if they fell into like a pile of clothes and stood up and went to work. It's too many colors and patterns that are clashing with each other. Learn to coordinate your outfit properly. When your patterns and colors are harmonious, you look way more polished. But if it's not, the outfit wears you instead of you wearing the outfit. If you struggle putting colors together, go find a color wheel and actually study it and see what colors complement each other and which ones to avoid because they clash. Hopefully one day I get around to make a video about colors that complement and all that. But until then, go look at the color wheel and figure it out yourself. Number 4 is dressing inappropriately for the occasion. How would you feel if someone wore this outfit to a funeral and this one to a wedding? What do you think about both outfits going for those different occasions? Does it look right? Nothing makes someone appear less polished than wearing outfits that don't fit the setting they are in. Example is wearing club outfits to a business meeting or even showing up to a job interview looking like you're going to a gym. And the one I hate the most is when people dress too casually for a wedding. Being well dressed is not about overdressing, it's about respecting the occasion. There are different outfits for different occasions. Unfortunately, people will judge your professionalism or your maturity based on your ability to interpret dress codes properly. On a more serious note, dressing well for occasions can actually take it further than you can ever imagine. I saw this video on TikTok of a lady who showed up to a job interview wearing shorts. When they refused to interview her, she came online and was trying to bash the company because they refused to interview her wearing shorts. I hate to say this, but I feel like our generation have lost the plot when it comes to dressing for occasions. Another lady came online as well and was upset that she showed up to work in a club outfit and she was written up by HR and she was expecting us to side with her because, her body, her choice. If you struggle when it comes to dress codes, Pinterest is literally your best friend. Go on there and search for dress codes for different occasions and you have inspirations there already. There's literally no need to make life harder for yourself. Number 5 is wearing dirty or damaged shoes out in public. There's this study I saw some time ago, it's been a long time now, where they say that your shoes are the first things that people notice about you. I don't know if that is true or not, but I remember reading that somewhere online, that your shoes are the first thing people notice when they meet you. Personally, I agree with that. People notice your shoes more than you think. Anytime I meet someone, for some reason, my eyes always go to their shoes. I don't know why. You can put on the most expensive or beautiful outfits, but if your shoes are stained, muddy, or the soles are falling apart, it kind of makes your outfit to lose its credibility. Your shoes actually communicate so much about you more than you know. Let's say, for instance, you go out in public wearing shoes that are muddy or even like having like leather shoes, but they're not polished. That says so much about you. Perhaps you don't take yourself serious or you don't pay attention to details. Simple things like that can actually skew the way people perceive you. I'm not in any way promoting you buying like expensive shoes. All I'm saying is whatever shoes you have, try as much as you can to keep it clean and well maintained. Your shoes say so much about you because you put that thing on your feet and you walk out of your house looking that way. Get into the habit of wiping your shoes after you wear them. And if you have leather shoes, get into the habit of polishing them. Those things need to be polished to look good. Another thing is, not every shoe is appropriate for every occasion. The shoes you wear to work should not be your gym shoes, and your gym shoes should not be your wedding shoes. So you should have shoes that are appropriate for every occasion. Your shoes don't need to be expensive, but they need to look like you care for them. Imagine you're talking to someone right now and they just look down and they glance at your shoes. How would you feel about that? Will you feel good because, the shoes are clean? Or will you feel the need to hide because the shoes are dirty and you didn't put any attention to it and now people are staring at your shoes? Let me give you another example. Let's say, for instance, you're out in public or you're hanging out with colleagues and someone looks down at your shoe and say, I like your shoes. And every person comes around to glance at your shoes to admire them. Would you feel comfortable standing there if those shoes are dirty or worn out or whatever? You wouldn't, right? So maintain those shoes. Number 6 is wearing clothes that don't fit properly. Many people assume that something being expensive means it to be stylish, but that's not true. The details is in the outfit fitting you properly. Oversized clothes have a way of making you look sloppy, whereas wearing tight clothes have a way of making you look uncomfortable because you are constantly adjusting and try to tug at your clothes and all. and people notice things like that. Wearing jeans or pants and have them dragging on the floor is not a good look. I'm literally embarrassed to admit this, but at some point, I used to buy jeans or even pants and I wouldn't tailor them and I'll just wear them like that. And mind you, I'm short. So sometimes, not sometimes, most of the time, the jeans are literally dragging on the floor. And because it doesn't fit properly, I have to keep dragging it up every now and then. The other thing that doesn't look good is when you have tight outfits on and the buttons are literally stretched and your boobs are about to spill out. Small things like this have a way of making you look unrefined. Your buttons are almost about to burst and then the jeans doesn't fit properly and the pants, you keep pulling everything up. That's not a good look. The solution is simple. Learn to tailor all your outfits. A simple outfit or a cheap outfit can actually look expensive if you tailor it to fit you properly. That's a hack I've learned. Whenever I buy an outfit, be it a jean, a suit, a pant, a dress, whatever, I find a way to tailor that thing to suit my frame. Unfortunately, when you buy an outfit, it's likely they made it with like a standard measurement, and so it might not fit certain parts of your body. Going to a tailor is going to make that outfit to look good on you. And that's what I advise. Once you buy an outfit, go out there and tailor it to your frame. It's as simple as that. Once you start tailoring outfits to suit your frame, you would never go back. Trust me on that. Number 7 is poor personal hygiene. Nothing ruins your appearance faster than having poor hygiene. A poor hygiene is literally the worst thing ever. Nothing ruins your perception of people like them having poor hygiene. People might not tell you, but trust me, they know and they are taking note of that. Something like having mouth odor, body odor, greasy hair, dirty nails. These are things that people see at a glance, but they might not tell you out of respect. It's even more horrible when I see people try to mask up their body odor with perfumes. Perfumes cannot mask body odor. They will mix and they'll smell weird. Perfumes cannot substitute for a lack of personal hygiene. Keeping your body clean and smelling nice all the time is literally one of the biggest signs of self-respect. If you're out there looking dirty and greasy, no one will take you serious. Unless I have no choice. I beg you, don't go out there without taking a shower and brushing your teeth, or even at least wiping yourself down so you don't smell. And don't forget to use a deodorant. Deodorants are very important. I don't know who brought up this whole thing about deodorants causing cancer and now people go out there smelling like onions and garlic. Please have mercy on us, I beg you. The last thing you want is to be that person that comes into your room and people avoid sitting around you because they know that you have mouth odor or body odor and they're scared to tell you, or just like, out of respect or out of shame, they don't want to tell you that you smell bad. The unfortunate thing about people that have body odor or mouth odor is that for some reason they don't know. It's almost that they feel the need to come into your face to speak all the time. Sometimes people claim they don't know they have body odor, and I'll show you there's a trick I learned when I was young, and that is to know whether your mouth smells nice or not. And it's literally the back of your palm. Just dab your tongue there and smell it. That is what people are perceiving when they're around you. So whenever you're wondering if your mouth smells nice, just get the back of your palm, dab your tongue there and smell that. That is what we're perceiving, right? Sometimes when you do this, you might not perceive it properly, but this is the short test. This is what I learned, and that's what I use all the time. So do that. Poor personal hygiene is not the image you want people to have of you. Trust me on that. Number 8 is overdoing designer logos. Unfortunately, people who try to look like they have money always end up looking the cheapest. You have logos everywhere. Designer shirts, designer belt, designer bag, designer hat, designer shoes. Calm down, babes. It's not that serious. I know you think that designer gives the impression that you have money, but unfortunately, sometimes designer gives the impression that you're trying too hard to impress. And what's unfortunate about people that wear designers is they cannot help but tell you that they're wearing designers. It's almost like they feel the need to announce it to everyone that, I'm wearing designers. This is designers. It's real. It's designers, right? Everything about that is tacky. It's almost like they have this compulsion to let people know that they have money. And there's nothing worse than someone who wants to show you by all means that they have money. And if you're being completely honest, some of these designer things don't actually look good. People wear them because it's designers. If it wasn't designers, they wouldn't wear those things. You don't need to advertise what you're wearing. The people that know, and that is what you should be all about. There's a certain group of people that look at a shirt or a pants or a bag and they know this is designers. Don't feel the need to tell the whole world that you're wearing designers. It makes no sense to me. And it makes you look cheap and quite frankly, desperate. Forgive me for saying this, but I feel like sometimes these designer patterns and prints actually look way off. It's just too loud that it takes away from the fashion. And looking good is about the fashion, not about the prints and the logos and the patterns and all that. I feel like sometimes designer has a way of making something look tacky. I'm sorry. Number 9 is cheap looking hair. Hair is what frames your face. I actually made a video on this like a few weeks ago. I'm going to try to tag that video somewhere around here because I feel like hair is so important when it comes to dressing. Choosing the right hairstyle for your face shape is a game changer when it comes to changing up your appearance or trying to look polished. Hair contributes so much more to your look than you understand, and neglected hair has a way of standing out. Let's say, for instance, you have like split ends or greasy hair or hair that just unkept, unwashed hair, you have product build up in the hair. We can see that, we can literally see that. If I'm looking at your lace and it's all gunky and you have glue and makeup, I can actually see that because, that's part of your face. So hair is so important when it comes to looking polished. Choosing the right hairstyle is just as important as choosing the right outfit. A healthy looking hair also communicates so much about the way you see yourself or the way you carry yourself. If you go out in public having like damaged hair or hair that doesn't look good or looks unkept, it says so much about you and the way you see yourself and the way you want other people to perceive you. You need to learn how to choose the right hairstyle for the outfit you're wearing. Some outfits require you to have like a ponytail or an updo, whereas other outfits, requires to have the hair down. So something as simple as coordinating your outfit to your hairstyle can actually change up your appearance and make you look way more polished and, kept. Number 10 is wearing too much or heavy makeup. The goal of makeup is to enhance your features, not to create something new. If you go out there with heavy foundation or your contour is unblended or you have too much concealer or the lipstick is on your teeth or something like that, it's not a good look. Those kind of things will distract from your beauty instead of enhancing them. The goal is to enhance, not to distract, right? So when it comes to makeup, less is more. Sometimes go in with a little bit and just enhance your features. We're here to enhance the features, not to create something different. The other thing is we seem to have a lot of blindness going on right now, is blush blindness, lash blindness. Everyone is blind. Like people wear too much makeup. I feel like sometimes people don't look in the mirror to actually see how they look when they wear those things. I understand that it's a trend, but not every trend is for everybody. Don't go out there looking like a clown because you're trying to follow a trend, right? Be mindful of what looks good on you. What looks good on the other person might not be, as flattering on your own frame. So like just be careful when you're picking up these trends of like the huge lashes or the huge brushes that, you don't end up looking like, I don't know, whatever. Number 11 is inappropriate underwear can actually ruin an outfit. Just like putting on makeup, the right outfit actually starts with the right foundation. You can be wearing the best dress ever or even like a tailored pants, but then if you have the wrong underwear on, it can throw the whole fit off. This is not about you buying expensive lingeries. It's about you buying what is appropriate for every outfit. There are certain lingeries you can wear under a dress, but not under a suit. It's not appropriate because now we can pick through and we can see that, right? So that is something to be careful about. Some common mistake we see is someone wearing like a white top and then they have like, a colored or a black bra under and we can see through that. Instead of you wearing like a nude that will blend into your skin. The other thing is someone wearing like a bright colored dress and then they have like a very bright colored lingerie under as well. And we can pick through and see that, or even wearing the leggings and we can see like the pant lines and all that. It's not a good look. It has a way of just making things look, off. Because we're not supposed to know the shape and the style of underwear that you have on. Little things like this have a way of throwing off the balance of an outfit. It just makes it look, I don't know, it just looks off. That's all I can say. Some things just look off. We're not supposed to look at your dress and know what you're wearing under. It's just inappropriate. So that is something to be aware of whenever you're dressing up. Can someone see what I'm wearing under this dress? If someone can see what you're wearing under that dress, you're not wearing the right underwear for that. The goal is not for people to notice the lingerie that you're wearing. The goal is for them to not even notice it at all. Like it's supposed to be like a background character that is not seen, not heard, just there. A good underwear should support the outfit you're wearing, not compete with it. So a good rule of thumb is if I can look at a dress or whatever you're wearing and know what you're wearing under that, you're wearing the wrong thing under. We have different underwears for like, different outfits and I can't go into details right now. And hopefully sometime in future I can make a video, talking about all these kind of things. But for now, nude underwears tend to go with most colors. And if you have like a bright colored underwear, reserve that for like your black outfits, not other ones. Which brings us to number 12, not wearing an outfit with confidence. This one has nothing to do with your outfit. It's all about how you wear them. Have you ever seen two people wearing the same outfits? One looks expensive, while the other one, doesn't. Most of the time, it's not about the outfit, it's about the confidence and the way they carry themselves. When you wear an outfit with confidence, people are more likely to think that that outfit is stylish, it's intentional, it's authentic. Whereas if you wear something and you're constantly tugging at your clothes and you're fidgeting, you look uncomfortable, people will question the outfit you're wearing. It's funny how perception works. Do you know that it's possible for someone to carry like a fake designer bag and they carry with so much confidence that you actually assume it's authentic? Whereas someone can carry an authentic designer bag and the way they fidget and the way they carry themselves is so meh. And you start to think that's a fake bag merely based on carriage, how they carry themselves, the kind of confidence they move with. You can make a judgment on whether something is authentic or not based off of how people carry themselves. It's not just about dressing well. Your body language matters a lot. Don't go out there dressed like you don't belong, or even when people compliment you, instead of you taking that compliment and saying thank you, you feel the need to explain yourself that, oh, this is very cheap. I bought, just making a mess of the whole outfit. Let's take compliments with confidence and stop doubting yourself. If you put an outfit together, go out there and wear it with confidence. All this is to say that looking elegant has nothing to do with your bank account. That's how we say that money cannot buy class. Some people have money, but they cannot buy the class that comes with it. Most of the people you see out there, well-dressed and looking beautiful and you admire them all the time, are people that just wear outfits and they wear it with confidence. Whereas we have other people that dress expensively, but it's not stylish at all. They're buying outfit just to say it's expensive. They buy something just because it's designers so they can brag about buying designers, but it doesn't look good. So true style is all about the confidence, attention to details, and even acting like you have respect for yourself and others. Those are the qualities that make you look polished and expensive, and also as if you have your life together. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that. And I'll see you guys in my next one.